Another week and another Munch Factor. This is the third part in our three-part series that looks at the goby, but this week, the goby shows us something that really matters in all kinds of fishing. This isn't just Great Lakes fishing stuff. When you spend any time under the water, the first thing you realize is every movement is slow and steady, slow and calculated. There's nothing quick. There's nothing darting. Those things get noticed. I mean, they move slow. It's really easy to look down there and think, oh, it's an aquatic playground. It's not. Below the water is an aquatic jungle. And basically, it's like living in The Walking Dead. You wake up every day with two goals. I want to find something to eat, and I don't want to get eaten doing it. And let's watch the little tip that the goby shows us. Watch this thing, and this is real easy to miss something like this, but it's little keys like this that get you more bites. Watch this dude, just slowly moving along, but once he gets spooked, poof, he takes off. And you see that little plume, poof, of silt? Watch it again. Just slowly moving along, and then poof. That only happens 2 times under the water. It only happens when something's getting eaten or something's trying to avoid getting eaten. Fish notice that from very early in life. They realize, that little silt bomb, that little puff, that little pound of that bait hitting the bottom is something for them to turn to. I mean, we all get stuck thinking, don't make any noise when you're fishing. You don't want to make a lot of noise above the water, but below the water, disturbance is okay, and that's a major reason that heavy baits have become a big player on the Great Lakes. When you think about it, it started with really heavy tube jigs. I mean, you drop that tube jig down, that poof, silt bomb would go off, and every time that hits and that happens, it's attracting more and more fish, or it has the opportunity to attract a fish if there's a fish in the area. I mean, that trend carried on into big heavy football heads, or trocar shell cracker head has become very, very popular with a bunch of different baits on it. Every single swim bait that's ever been designed has been fished on it, whether it be a hollow body, whether it be a champ swimmer, even baits like the pit boss. I mean, a bait that most people think is just a flipping bait. It's become very, very popular, and the major reason is that as it hits the bottom, it attracts attention. Power shotting, even in a finesse world, the drop shot world, power shotting is starting to dominate that. And it's that when that bait hits the bottom, that little poof attracts those fish, whether it be through sound or whether it be through sight. It's one of the triggering factors that really, really goes unnoticed. So don't be afraid to throw heavier baits. If you're not getting a bite, don't be afraid to poof them into biting. And that's it. We're done. Another week of Munch Factor, and people said I wouldn't keep doing this, but I did. And then the only reason I did it was because of you guys. Well, not you, nor you, but you right there. You! Please subscribe. Pretty please.